Imagine you're driving through the Nevada desert, nothing but sand and rocks for miles. But if you look closely at certain satellite maps, you'll notice something weird. Right near the old nuclear test sites, the ground temperature is rising, not because of the sun. The heat is coming from underneath the sand. Then, in August of 2022, a water drilling company accidentally hit a massive block of reinforced concrete 180 feet below the surface. They weren't supposed to be drilling there. Within an hour, private security showed up, forced the workers to sign NDAs, and shut down the site. No government records, no public permits. But the local power grid registered a massive voltage drop at that exact second, a drop big enough to power a whole city. What are they hiding down there? We always talk about the cloud. We think our photos, our emails, and our internet data just float around in the air. But the cloud isn't air, it's physical. It's thousands of massive computer servers running 24/7. And these servers get hot. Really hot. Normally, tech companies build data centers in cold places like Ireland or Iceland so they don't melt. Building a massive server farm in the middle of a desert where it hits 110 degrees in the summer makes absolutely zero sense. It's an engineering nightmare and a waste of money, unless whatever is running on those servers is something they legally cannot build near a city. To understand why this is a big deal, we have to look at how data centers actually work. They need two basic things: a massive amount of electricity and millions of gallons of water to keep the processors cool. If the cooling system shuts down for even a few seconds, the whole system self-destructs. Think about a standard data center. It uses as much electricity as 80,000 homes. And they are loud. They have this constant annoying hum from the cooling fans that you can hear a mile away. So if you want to build something top secret, you can't do it in a suburb. You find a blank spot on the map. Nevada has plenty of empty space, but it has a huge problem. No water. It's completely dry. So how do you run a supercomputer underground without any water? Well, early last year, a local power grid engineer noticed something strange on his monitor. An old abandoned mining site was suddenly pulling 90 megawatts of continuous power. That's enough to run a major industrial factory. He reported it to his boss. The very next day, his network access was blocked, and he was reassigned. But it gets weirder. Around the same time, an amateur drone pilot filming wild horses out in the desert caught something on camera: a massive industrial water pipeline cutting across public land. It didn't go to a farm. It vanished straight into the side of a gravel hill. Built into the rock face were 6 massive cooling towers, painted sand brown to blend into the mountain. As the drone got closer, the video feed went completely dead. The electronics were fried by some kind of signal jammer. If you look up the corporate registry, the land belongs to a shell company in Delaware called Apex Core Dynamics. They recently imported 48 high-tech liquid cooling chassis from Taiwan. These aren't regular server parts. They are military-grade systems designed to run massive data loops under sub-zero temperatures. The shipping address listed an empty warehouse in Las Vegas, but locals say trucks arrive at 3 a.m., unload the crates, and leave. By morning, the warehouse is empty again. And the worst part? The local water tables in that county dropped by 4 feet in less than a year. The local farmers and ranchers started asking questions. The State Water Board promised an investigation, but 24 hours later, they canceled the meeting and deleted the public file. So, who is behind this? It's not the US military, and it's not Google or Microsoft. Public records show that Apex Core Dynamics is funded by a Swiss asset management firm that handles money for private defense contractors. They didn't build this to back up your website or store government files. They built it to run an unaligned, closed-loop artificial intelligence model. See, regular AI models like the ones we use are strictly regulated. They have safety guardrails. They are monitored by teams of engineers to make sure they don't break laws or violate privacy. But if you are a private defense contractor, you don't want guardrails. You want an AI that can scan raw biometric data hacked global financial streams, and real-time military movements without anyone telling you no. They buried it underground to hide it from civilian laws and transparency acts. The concrete roof isn't just to protect the servers from bombs, it's a containment trap. The entire facility is rigged with an automated thermite system. If there's a hack, or if the AI breaks control, the system triggers a fire that melts every single chip into liquid metal in seconds. No evidence left behind. This changes everything we know about digital power. It means there is a parallel infrastructure running behind the scenes that the public has no control over. When a private entity has that much unregulated computing power, they don't need to lobby politicians or win elections. They can just run millions of simulations on human behavior, test how public opinion shifts, and manipulate markets or news feeds before a crisis even happens. They can predict economic crashes, position their money to profit from it, and leave everyone else holding the bag. It's a completely unregulated ghost authority. If you go out to that coordinate point in the desert today at dusk, you won't see anything. But if you turn on a basic radio receiver, the static suddenly cuts out. You'll hear a faint, rhythmic digital click over the speakers. The machines are down there right now, running, cooling, and learning. They are consuming local water, draining the grid, and tracking global data points every single second. And the scariest part, satellite data shows the heat signatures under the sand are expanding. The facility is getting bigger. The system is feeding on resources from a world that doesn't even know it exists. And right now, it's processing the data of how people consume information online to figure out exactly how long they can stay hidden.